different desks. The answer key from last time, and then I'll get the rest of you guys your notes.
You're right. No problem.
No.
You better. You need to go.
I'm probably not gonna play baby. Like, I might as well though.
You even scroll.
Sure. I'll have to. Sure.
I play 6 games a day.
Matt, pass this back, please.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, guys. So we are running doing new notes today, but in these notes I have a lot of review of what we've been talking about the past few days. So all these different triangle types. So if you look, there's a whole bunch of different triangle drawings in here because we're going to be practicing like which rules work and which ones don't. So if you could look at the warm up and try that, please. And again, I suggest you draw a picture of this drawing to kind of help and see if these are congruent or not. So you should be like drawing two triangles, maybe try labeling them, see if you can tell, are those congruent? So again, I suggest that you guys draw, and when I call it MLS, and then I'm going to go OAB, I'm just going to draw it in the same order. So OAB, and I'm kind of drawing them to look alike, just kind of assuming that. But then I'm going to mark up everything they told us. So they tell me L is equal to A, ML is equal to OA, and MS is equal to OB. So once I do that, I'm hoping it's a little more obvious to you whether or not they're congruent. What do you guys think? Seeing some head nods, yes. Yes, what rule did you use? If you're saying yes, you have to tell me why. So like which rule? So side, 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 side angle, side, which one did you use?
Side, side, side.
Side, 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 you know 3 sides? So, okay, we can eliminate side, side, side. The reason why? I don't know that other side. The side, side, side is out. You don't think it is. Guys, make sure mask stay above your nose, please. What other rules do we have? Yep.
Side angle.
Side angle, side. Okay. The fact that it's written in that order, what does that tell us about the angle? It should be what? In the middle of the two sides. Is this angle in the middle of those two sides? No, we're out. Hypotenuse leg. It's not a 90-degree angle that we know about, so that one doesn't work. We don't have any other rules that have two sides. Technically, this is angle side side. Again, if you haven't caught on to that already, or side side angle, either one of those don't work. Those aren't properties that prove that those triangles will be congruent. So we would say no. Because it's one of those two. And those aren't properties that prove triangles are congruent. Okay? So watch out for those. It's really easy to assume because we have two sides and an angle, it has to be congruent. So what we've learned so far, so I kind of want to just kind of review with you guys because obviously learning online is a little bit tougher than in person, not ideal, but I thought it was an okay lesson to have to do that way, so it kind of fell nicely. So far, we've talked about side, 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 angle, side. So like we talk about side, 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 I need all three sides to be congruent. Side, angle, side, I need the included angle. And then hypotenuse leg, it has to be a right triangle. And then I have to know a hypotenuse and a leg of that triangle. So kind of watching out for those three rules. Other things to watch out for, and what I mean by watch out for is just be aware of, is watch out for vertical angles. Those are really helpful. Watch out for those shared sides. That's like when I have a side that is the same on either side. And then the other one that's not as obvious to watch out for is alternate interior angles when I have parallel lines. So we'll review with these ideas today and the next couple days, but these are all what you should have learned via video. So last week and this week. And my plan is that we finish this chapter and then start getting ready for the exam. Might start a little bit of the next chapter. We'll kind of see how we are at on timing, but I can review a little bit more with you guys just because I've been gone and we were all out last week. So, all right. So we're learning 2 new properties today on top of these. So we're going to end up having 5 total. So we have these 3 already. We have the 2 that aren't properties, which we'll talk about a little bit more, and then we're going to have 2 new ones. So the next rule we're going to learn is angle, side, angle. So this is our next rule that we can use. Angle, side, angle. Now, when you guys see that name, angle, side, angle, notice it has to be the included side. So I know 2 angles, and it has to be the side in the middle that's known. Angle, side, angle. So if I know 2 angles, and the angle between them is angle, side, angle. And then over here, I would have the same thing, angle, side, angle. So in our little zigzag drawing over here, we want to try and use angle, side, angle to prove that these are congruent. What do I know for sure about this? It's something I can assume. alternate interior, and it kind of looks that way, but we don't know that for sure. Yeah, do vertical angles. So I know this and this are the same. And they already have a couple things marked for me. They already have this angle. They have this side. And then they have the angle in the middle. So I have angle, side, angle. So this one would be congruent by angle, side, angle. So it's that side between those two angles. So again, watch out for those vertical angles there. Those will come up a lot. The other thing is if you also have the non-included angle, that also works. So basically, if two angles on the side, you should be able to prove the triangles are congruent. So this one's angle, angle side. This is the non-included angle. So non-included side of the triangle. So if I have two angles, and then the side that's not between them. Now this gets really confusing with that angle, side, side one, but notice this is two angles rather than two sides. Angle, angle, side. And so it's almost the exact same drawing, I just switched which angle I knew. So again, I have those angles in the center there. So I have angle, angle, and then the side that's not included. So this one is congruent by angle, angle, side. When you're ready, you guys can flip the page. All right, so just a reminder that there's two rules that don't work. One of them, this one. You can also write it this way, just so you guys know that also doesn't work. So yeah, it's okay to write that in there. You can say that doesn't work. The other one we haven't mentioned, but doesn't work is angle, angle, angle. Triple A. Angle, angle, angle does not work as a way to prove that triangles are congruent. So if you like do a problem and you say, oh, it's true by angle, 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 that's not one that works. So these are ones that do not work. So make sure you realize that they are not properties we want to use. So if you see below here, there's 7 different drawings. I want you guys to decide yes or no, are these congruent? So kind of work through the 7. Take your time to do that. And then if you say yes, you have to tell me why. So you have to use one of our 5 reasons. So if it's yes, you're going to have to use one of these. So state whether the triangles are congruent, then state how you know. So if it's yes, you have to use one of those 5. So take time to work through the next 7 problems, and then we'll kind of come back and talk about them together. So just this page, these 7. Those of you guys online, hopefully you guys can see all of them. We'll probably just do it 2 at a time otherwise. I'll pause for a second. So work through those 7. So you're saying yes or no, and then how do you know? once you have all 7 like figured out, or like you think you're good to go on them, why don't you guys grab a whiteboard and marker? If you're still working, go ahead and keep working. We're gonna use the marker boards to answer these. Only if you have all 7 written down though. Once you have all 7, then just grab a marker board. That would not work either. Once you have it, and don't, we'll talk about them, so write it down on your paper and then grab a whiteboard. And let's see and gauge how we're doing. Grab a whiteboard once you think you got them. If you're not sure on some of them, you have to make a guess one way or the other so I can see what you guys are up to.
Wait, is there really anything
I know, I feel like they're crying for help on the marker boards, right? Like, should I be like, we have therapy about what you wrote on the marker board? Okay. Does everyone have a marker board? We're good? Okay, so guys, and again, this is just me gauging how it's going. So I want to kind of see how we're doing. Okay, so number 1. So number 1 there in the upper left here. Yes or no? If it's yes, you have to tell why. So you have to give a, whatever rule. All right, let's see where we're at. I'm just going to look at your boards and kind of see. I have some no's, I have some yeses. I'm kind of curious here. Put them up. I'm not going to say yes or no yet. All right, see what you guys got. All right. So yeah, we're probably about 50-50 here right now. Okay. You're changing your. Okay. See that? Don't change this. Silly. Okay. So guys, this is a tough one. This is a tough one to start with. I would say about half of you guys were right and half of you were wrong. So you don't know which half you were in. So, okay. You changed it? Okay. I don't know if that was the best idea there. So, all right. So we have this mark. So right, we have a side. We have an angle. Okay. What else do we know? A shared side. So this side. So I'm going to write it out separately this way, if this helps. So do you guys agree that's the top triangle? Yeah. Okay. Bottom triangle? Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? So this one's side angle. This one's side angle side. So those of you guys who said side angle side, you only checked the one, or maybe you didn't realize, these aren't marked the same. This one, the angle's not included between the two sides. Do you guys see that difference? So this one was a tricky one to start with. I probably shouldn't have started with that one. So this would be no, because this one is side angle side, and this one's angle side side, which is bad. So they don't match. So that one's a no. So again, don't just change your answer because you see somebody else's. So I'm not trying to say yes or no. I'm just kind of curious as we're at. All right, so let's try number 2. Let's come back and redeem ourselves. 2. Okay. right, Jody, I've seen yours. Okay. Now you guys all doubting yourselves, right? All right, I think almost everybody has a yes, and maybe just the reason might be what to talk about, okay? So, yes is correct, but the why, some of you guys are wrong. So make sure you guys listen either way, and if you have the wrong reason, make sure you guys are changing it for your notes. So what else do we know in this one, guys? Yeah, Jody? Vertical angle, very good. So we have vertical angles here, okay? So we have two angles. Do you guys agree with that, two angles? So we're either using angle side or angle side angle. So we shouldn't have something that has two S's because we only have two angles in the side. Now we have to decide, is it the included angle or the non-included angle? So we have two angles here. Is it the side between those two angles?
Yes.
Between it. No, so it's not this one. It's angle, side. Angle, the next thing we know is a side. Angle, and then side. Is that okay? So this time it's the two angles, but not the side that's included. So you have to look at what you know. You have to see, do I know two angles or do I know two sides? Okay? And so again, understand that this is something that this is like can be tough. So that's why we're practicing it together. We'll practice it more and more. All right. How about number 3? Show me what you got. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing some yeses and nos this time, so we gotta figure this out here. Okay. Okay. I think we're almost getting close to half no's, half yeses. All right. Number 3, the center one. Is everyone? Okay. So, okay, what do we have that isn't marked? Shared side. So get used to seeing those shared sides. So we have two sides, right? We only have one rule that involves two sides because remember, this one's not a rule. The only rule that involves two sides is this one. Do we have two sides and the angle between them? Yeah, two sides and the angle between them. Yes. So this is yes by side angle side. Right? So again, make sure you guys are changing these if you got them wrong, so that you're not just like going back and looking at your notes and then doing the same thing wrong again. Okay, let's go to number 4. Or some of you guys are fast on this one. Okay. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay. We're looking at 4 here. Okay. All right, I would say I'm almost 100% on this one. So, what do we not have marked here? Shared side again. You feel like you're broken record. Shared side. So all I have here is 3 sides, equal to 3 sides of another triangle. So side, 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 same 3 sides, all marked the same. So this is side, side, side. You only know 3 sides. I think this one should be like kind of almost like so obvious that you're nervous that you got something wrong with it. So, all right. So Dexter's all ready for. All right. How about 5? This one. Yeah. My one class would call this a donkey problem. Okay. So no one in this class tried to use hypotenuse leg. My other class tried using hypotenuse leg. Why can't we use hypotenuse leg here? It's not necessarily a right triangle. It really looks like one, but we can't assume it is. So you can't use hypotenuse leg unless it's the right triangle. So this is an example of angle side side, and that is not okay. No donkey problems, if you know don't know, I'm talking about donkey and they call it that as well. So, all right, questions? All right, how about number 6 over there? Number 6. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, you guys did pretty well on this one. This one's a pretty high one. Okay. So again, what do we know that we don't have marked? Vertical angles. Careful here, guys. Vertical angles. What do we know 2 of? We know 2 angles. So this is either going to be angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle. Careful. Some of you guys had side, angle, side. This time, who would that be? This time, is it the side between the 2 angles?
Yeah.
Yep, 2 angles and the side between it. So it's this one. All right, and then finally number 7. No sides in this one? Number 7.
Awesome.
All right, so this one, we don't know any sides. There we go. No sides are known. So since no sides are known, the only thing we have left to do is angle, 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 and that's not one of our rules. So that does not work here. Okay? So, as a little break, my other class chose to do like a quick Pictionary game over here. If you guys wanna, actually, we could probably do it in the smart board, and then the people online can try this. They're not gonna be live, but all right.
I
So,
use first jar.
well, the way I was pick the first jar, that sure, Abby, but I was gonna look for the person whose birthday is most close to today. Whose birthday is coming up? Or just had a birthday.
It's gonna be November
2nd.
November 2nd?
Oh, yeah, you beat me by 2.
Unless you want me to draw that.
Who's closer than November 2nd?
I think we're
Oh.
You don't even have his comps yet. Wow, yeah.
Whoa, you didn't finish driver's ed.
I'll do this translation.
You not? My hair?
He said you can draw for him. Okay, so you're gonna come up here. So whoever guesses Abby's answer, then can then draw in place of her. Okay.
I'm up here.
When do I get to go? Whenever you're ready.
3.
Yes.
3 Saturdays.
Yeah. That was pretty.
I started
Going.
first.
I don't know, I heard everyone.
Ready? I said first. right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Take this out right.
All right.
I heard everyone.
Volcano. A person.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's a ghost.
clearly.
Like what?
Yeah, it was just so good that she was able to.
Robot.
Oh, I heard.
What was it?
Robot. What? I apparently watched an ad before I get into it. That's hard.
What?
Right? I think you can do that.
Did you see the board?
Oh.
You're an eraser still.
Oh.
Triangle.
Go.
Circle.
Person.
Potato.
Potato.
Dog.
Bug.
It's a rat.
Rat.
Oh, no, don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me.
Dog.
What? No, I think that's good. You're good.
Mole. A rat.
Tiger.
They're big. What? Wait, it's
A
in
cyclist?
there. It's in water, guys.
Hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hippo, guys. Stone knew it was a hippo.
This is literally a cyclops.
Yeah, I said Cyclops because there's one eye.
Like,
Like,
odds
there's
of
one
snake.
I
eye.
don't even know what that is.
Oh, he's got two eyes on the side.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like Peppa Pig. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Peppa Pig, like her eyes are always.
I feel like animosity of the beach.
No, it was so good. Okay.
Okay.
It was like 10.
Was that?
It was
My phone?
a 10. Okay.
Vote.
Yeah.
Crocodile.
A wolf. A fox.
Shark. Alligator.
Oh, someone said it.
Shark.
Yeah.
Alligator.
What is it?
Shark.
All
Oh, I didn't get to tell you.
right, Abby, pick somebody to go.
Oh.
Shark.
Who wants to go?
First.
How's that? That's
Kayla, you go.
pretty rude. It's a shark. It's so big.
It gets worse the more you go.
That's a lot.
How's that hot?
It's worse than Michael. What?
No, Michael.
Oh, okay.
I think that's probably what they.
These are becoming medium hard.
Yeah, these are
I think the hardest was hippo.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Stone. Hair.
Oh, that's good. No.
Oh, moose.
Snowman.
Stone.
Yes.
Oh,
Deer.
Deer.
Alice.
Abby.
Oh,
Let's go.
No, why did you make it good?
All right.
I tried.
Who else wants to go for Abby? Oh, Ellen wants to go.
I'll do it. Uh-oh. Guys. This game.
Okay.
If we were taking points.
At first.
Circle.
Potato.
A pond.
Frog.
Piece of remote. No.
Garlic.
No.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, that was good. This is a lady one.
I thought it was
All the things are brown.
No, that.
Okay, you can do it.
Hey, what's she talking about?
Oh.
Bathtub.
Oh my gosh! Tony, your drawing was just that good. You knew exactly that was good. That's totally bad. That's really funny.
I'm thinking bathtub for that.
Sorry, I have to watch a commercial now.
Built it.
Built different.
I said that.
I know. So
Oh, bad.
Yeah, why you
Bad.
asking?
This is too bad.
All right. Somebody tried drawing something else earlier today, and they thought it was this.
All right, guys. Happy bathtub.
Let's see it.
Have a
Let's see
bathtub.
it.
Bring your arms.
I'm not an artist.
Circle.
Pond.
Rock. Stones.
Apple.
Apple.
Yeah,
Pineapple.
Wow.
Strawberry.
Yeah, he's literally so good.
Pineapple.
Wants to go.
Anybody else want to go?
Call
Other way.
Ready.
Anyone else want to go?
Riley.
Anyone else want to draw?
Riley.
Okay. Otherwise, we're going back to notes. So like.
Yeah. How about the people that want to join us? Go ahead.
I know, some of these are hard.
Wait. I don't know if I'm
There you go. Snail.
Yeah.
What?
I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
Anteater.
I don't know if the put.
Right.
Maybe what would be next with
A bunny? A bunny.
the first.
I'm looking at
It's
a
not.
looks like
A hurricane.
Spider-Man.
Then
Well,
toilet. Paper.
Toilet seat.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper.
Where do you get up there?
Does anyone else want to draw that has
Oh,
a
yeah.
tail?
Why does it look like
Get up there.
No.
I think you're used to.
I don't draw.
Alright, Caleb.
Patrick.
Can we see it?
Lightning
Storm. It's an ant.
Lightning.
Thunder.
What?
Angry.
Oh, that's done.
Earth. TV. Globe. Hey.
Airplane.
Earth.
Flare.
Cookies.
Moon.
Delusionist.
Bear.
Fish.
Lion.
Ice fishing.
Fishing.
No.
Ice fishing.
What?
Catch. Catch. Ice fishing.
Is it?
Duck.
Digging.
A duck.
Alligator.
Let's be in. What would you like?
What is
A monkey.
It's a bird.
Nuts.
Oh
What?
What was it?
Nuts.
That's a slingshot.
Where's the bird? There's no bird.
There's a little bird there.
Oh my god.
It's just a little bird.
That's excited.
Birds don't have.
I see fishing.
Sure, that's a slingshot.
That is not a. Oh yeah.
Oh, right?
Yeah, it's too easy. That's star.
Yeah. Anyone else want to go? Okay, got a tough one for you.
Oh, you need to.
Matt, are you going on?
Matt,
We won't force anyone to draw.
Matt.
You know what I'm like?
Yeah,
please.
I'll force Matt to draw.
Like we don't want to
Bull.
Bro, you're standing right in front of me.
Cereal bake.
Egg.
Tea.
Bad.
Oh.
Sleeping.
It's up in here.
Hair getting done.
What?
Teeth.
Vampire. Dream.
Dentist.
Who is Steven? Who's
Miller.
Bill? Exactly.
Yeah.
Net cast.
No, I'm just on the body when you guys can't.
So when you call those other than teeth?
Dentures.
Thanks.
What is the thing in front?
Yeah,
What is this cape? It's a vampire.
What's going on?
Anyone else?
Matt.
You don't have to. Okay. He doesn't have to go. Okay.
Here, I got.
What?
He's going.
Okay, here. Are you coming up?
Sure.
Draw Shannon Merlo.
Okay.
Can't see the turn that head's in the way. Move all the way.
What's this stuff on the slide?
That was I think like okay. You can draw that. Think about its feature.
Bro, I don't know how to draw this.
Matt, get out of the way. Baby.
A baby. A baby. You're standing right in front of it. I can't see.
Hold on.
Oh, that's pretty good.
A worm?
What are those
I
things
know
that
what
you
you
pour?
listen
Monkey.
A caterpillar.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh! I didn't draw it.
Yeah, can I get like a really hard one?
Colin.
Yeah.
You go out there.
To be honest, I think my head looks good.
Yeah, that would be.
No, it's so much dark.
I suck.
No, thank you.
Do that. All right, last one here.
No.
We gotta draw. We gotta draw. Let's just not guess it.
Waves.
Leave.
Okay. A dog. A dog.
Duck.
A turtle.
A shark.
Pterodactyl.
Oh, pterodactyl.
Stingray.
What? A dolphin.
What is that?
A crocodile.
An alligator.
Nemo. Oh, the Loch Ness monster. What?
Starfish?
A stingray?
What's his name?
A swimming fish.
There you go, bird. Flying squirrel.
Oh, it's that.
Dragon.
Yeah.
What's that?
Wait, what was it?
Dragon.
It wasn't about you.
It's a dragon.
No, that is not a dragon.
Dragons are no.
It's not
No.
I have to draw one.
I
You
can't.
added.
Wait, what was
I don't, no, I don't draw.
I thought you were playing
that? Was
Don't dragons like have legs sometimes?
most times you just
What's
like
a
so.
dragon? This.
Sometimes.
Should have like this.
Oh, I have that whole too late. I just forgot the fire.
No.
You should have dragons.
Okay, I'm in the hard category and then, yeah. Let's go.
You should draw.
How about easy? All you would have is this.
Alright. Okay, here we go. Not.
Horse.
You
Get it, unicorn.
I was just like,
That was good.
I
was that?
That was in the medium category. The hard one was really crazy.
Right, you know it's hard to see.
Okay. All right. So guys, if you guys can flip your page, we'll finish up the last 4 examples. Oh yeah, if you haven't put your boards away yet, we'll kind of trickle back and do that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I got one so funny. Like, she was so nervous about it, and then she runs the rectangle and goes, "My asshole." That's what she goes in the shower. I was like, it's almost eerie when someone thinks that. Like,
Your bathtub doesn't look like that?
okay, so guys, these last 4 examples are similar to some of our homework tonight. They're asking you to say, like, basically what information would we still need to know? Like, what do we need? So we're going to be missing some information. We have to, like, explain what we need to be told in order to prove the triangles are congruent by the reason they're using. So they want us to use hypotenuse length for number 7. In this drawing, can this be a hypotenuse length problem? Like, what does it have the qualities that would work for that? Yeah, so it's a right triangle, right? So the fact that we have 2 right triangles here, it's okay that we know that. So they want us to use hypotenuse length. What do we know so far? We know 90 degrees, but that's not the H or the L. Yeah. What do we know?
The L.
Yeah, we know L because we have a what? We have this shared side, so we know L already. So I'm going to check off L that we know that. So that means I need to know the H. Where is H in this drawing? Where's the H? Yeah, go ahead, Stone.
AB.
Yeah, so AB is the hypotenuse, which is across from the right angle. So in order to finish this problem, I would need to know AB equals what? AD. Does that make sense? So this is what I would need to know to use HF. So they give me the L already. In order to prove that those 2 triangles are the same, I would need those 2 pieces. Okay? Does that kind of make sense what they're asking there? All right, so looking at number 8, they want us to use angle side angle. Right now, all they have marked is an A. So right now, all I have is an A. Doesn't matter which A. What else do I know for sure? A shared side, so I know an S. So in order to use angle side angle, what other A would I need to know? What other A would it have to be? RQS. So this one here. And And that would need to equal what, Abby?
What?
You were raising your hand.
RQY.
RQY?
No.
RY.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
YRQ.
YRQ, yeah. So this one and this one I would need. Sorry. I know when there's 3 letters it's confusing, so I apologize. I agree. So YRQ as well. So where the 2 dots are is what I need to know. So that's the missing information that they would have to provide for me, or we'd have to find out somehow. Because then it's angle, side, angle. That makes sense versus the other angle. Okay. So sliding down to the bottom then. So this one wants us to use side angle side. What do we know for certain so far? Jody? We have the vertical angle, so we have the A already, right? What else do I know for certain? Go ahead, Brody.
Common side.
It's like the side, right? Okay. So what other side would I have to have if it's side angle side? What other side would it have to be? To be side angle side. Yeah, Jody?
MV.
M to V.
Yeah.
Yep. Would need to equal U to V or V to U either way. You guys okay with that? So then it's side angle side. It had to be that side in order to be side angle side. And then finally, this last one is angle, angle, side. What do I know for certain so far? Vertical angles again. So I have an angle. What else do I know? A side. So I have a side, and then I have an angle right next to it. But it wants me to have another angle, but not the angle on the other side of the side. So what angle would it have to be? Go ahead, Ellen. What do you think? You can just use one letter on this one, I think.
U. Never mind.
You're on the last one. Sorry, Michael.
Angle L.
Angle L. With which one?
Angle. What is it? X.
X, yep. Because it's angle, angle, and then the non-included side. So we would need angle L equals angle X. So finding that missing piece because we want to use angle, angle, side. All right? So homework is listed here, guys. You do not need to put it online unless you are online. So you guys can turn it in like normal. If you like putting it online and that works for you, you're welcome to if you're afraid you'll like lose it or something. But as long as we're back in person, which we are going to be, like pending craziness happening, you can just always show me your homework. Yes.
Did you take the pictures and stuff like this?
I think so. I might not have uploaded yet. I'll put it in there. Yeah.
Why are you doing all this? Why?
So we need 3 letters. So RQ, that should be RQ. Oh, so RQS is that equal there. And then YRQ is that equal there. Those are the 2 equals we need.
Oh, we did start. Okay. No. Wait, why don't we start at here?
You could do it on there. It's
Okay.
the same angle, yeah.
I'm further away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know you are.
Well, I see, because the triangle, the way you name it matters. An angle is still the same angle.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pause this, guys. I'll upload the